hang time. Moving the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge it again like it's credit, Your team crowd need an edit, yeah. I see face and get it, hold up. Ooh, that's good, need a minute, need a plan to revive. Let's get a shot pressing. They say what I said, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that shot up, I don't miss often. No look, I had to boss up, get the puck.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So
it's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good Friday night to you, sports fans. You've come to the right place. Hey, Dave. It sure is fun to watch, DA. Thank you. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east.
Here we go.
Look at Philadelphia. They're trying to get in the playoffs here. If they stay the course, they will. And, of course, the Chicago Bulls. They're 5 spots away.
Yeah, but checking out Chicago, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
All the talk around them now is already about what's going to take place in the offseason. Who's going to go? Who's going to stay? I'd be surprised if they don't have a much different look next year.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Carter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the 5 spot. And for the 76ers, the talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Richardson and Harris filling out the wing. And it's Milton in at the 1 spot.
That's just staying in the moment, keeping with the current possession.
Right side Levine. Embiid with the steal. And now just over a minute played here in the first. And White with the block.
And I love seeing White use that athleticism on defense. Great hustle to swat that shot.
And stolen by Horford. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Porter with the steal. Here's Levine. And it's sent back by Horford. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Levine passes to Carter. Richardson against Levine. Left side Markkanen. Over Horford. Markkanen dishes to Carter. Kick out to Levine. 4 on the shot clock. Shot from 6. Smitty, we know players are getting more nights off around this time of the year. How much did that occur when you were playing in the NBA?
Coaches and organizations really came up to guys when they see they were hurting. You didn't want them to play when they were injured. And then at the end of the season, Kevin, usually you looked and said, ooh, we have the number 6 seed locked up or whatever place locked up. And then that's when you start to get nights off. I don't remember doing it during game 20 and game 30 where guys started to get nights off.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Count it, good.
And how about that exhale there? Finally gets one to fall through 6 attempts.
Richardson against Levine, and finished off by Horford.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, disciplined, and that's a beautiful pass.
Good on the 3-point shot.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
To the paint, here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Lets it go from the wing, and it's White missing. The 76ers leading by 6. Richardson finds Harris. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Porter with the steal. White the pass to Levine, and that's going to be a travel. And we can look quickly at a group of rookies having a very good run, the top scoring first-year players in the NBA for the past 10 games. And you look at White, second in the league, having an excellent season.
He gave them a luxury in those games that a lot of teams just don't have. I mean, being able to plug a rookie in and know he's going to carry his weight offensively.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Horford kicks to Harris. The 76ers with another miss. Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Magic. Here's Porter, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Harris. And with Otto Porter, the skills are always apparent with his play. And Smitty, you just like when he's playing aggressively on the floor.
Yeah, it's something that his former coach, Scott Brooks, was always trying to promote to Porter. When he becomes more than just a catch-and-shoot threat, that's when his game is at his best.
Chicago making a switch here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Satoransky's checked in for Zach LaVine, and it's done in for White. That's a shot he doesn't shoot very often.
Welcome sight for this team. When Dunn's hitting from distance, this offense really opens up.
Thibault, the pass to Scott, and finished off by Scott.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Korkmaz. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Fast break, here comes Chicago. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Passes it to Satoransky. Outside Porter. Back to Satoransky. He kicks it to Dunn. Just 5 on the clock. Good work defensively by Horford.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. 76. Al Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about life.
Coming from the place where,
Wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Horford. Robinson is out there with Mike Scott, and it's Neto in at the point guard position. And Satoransky kicks to Young. Dunn looking over the floor. A second chance effort. Offensive rebound. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. The 76ers leading by 5. Robinson passes to Neto. From downtown, Robinson misses. The Bulls have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And Young slams it home.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Neto kicks to Scott. Pass to Robinson. Here's Thibault. And there's the pass to Horford. The feed to Scott. And it's Scott with the jam.
An elite distributor for a big man. Horford is the kind of guy you want to play basketball with.
Bulls trail by 5. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Pass to Young. Lets it go with the 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Young's got 5 points so far.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
Horford dishes to Robinson. Scott the pass to Horford. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far.
Looking at the Bulls roster, there is a lot to like. They have a great collection of talent, and their core players are all very young and improving.
Young drives in. Passes it to Satoransky. Back to Young. To the middle. Here's Cornett. And he hits it to tie the game up. And Steve, for the Bulls fans, their hopes lie in their young core.
Totally agree. The Bulls should focus on developing that core. Have a good blend with Levine, Markkanen, and Carter. They just need to keep their eye on the prize.
Horford finds Scott, just 5 to shoot. A putback, great positioning on the putback.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Shots good from Young.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Robinson passes to Horford. And too long on the shot.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Here's Dunn. A miss that time would have put him up.
He liked to have that one back. That's easy money.
Back to Neto. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Neto's got his first basket of the night.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. And then on Monday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards.
And that matchup against the Hornets, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Markkanen, he's checked in for Young. Denzel Valentine comes in for Chandler Hutchison. Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Satoransky. And it's White in for Dunn.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
And the 76ers with some changes. Robinson's checked in for Korkmaz, and Raul Neto subbed in for Alec Burks. And Chicago also making a switch. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. And it's White missing. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Embiid. Harris inside. He's guarded by Markkanen.
Tremendous box out. I love how he bodied up, held his ground. Textbook, old school rebound.
Here's Carter. Back to White. Pulls up on the wing. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Right there, Carter using his instincts and motor to track down the miss and convert into second chance points.
And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. We're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And to me...
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination. Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They have a narrow 3-point lead. And that's...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. One guy who's getting it done is Thaddeus Young.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Basketball 101. You've got to put a body on him. Unfortunately, that's a fundamental that's gone by the wayside.
So the Bulls 5 right now. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the 1. Milton. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Bulls. They trail by 3. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Here's White. Now the league is trying to maximize competition, Steve, and flatten the draft lottery odds has been one way to do it. Will that be enough? Is there still work to be done in that regard?
You know, I love the way they've done it so far, but I still think they can tweak it even more, and we'll get a better product on the floor where teams get a chance to compete for all 82 games. I like what I'm seeing right now.
Levine, the bounce pass. And stolen by Horford. Here's Milton, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well. Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
And they double up Embiid. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid.
And you can see he thought he had a little more room on that sideline and got squeezed out of bounds. That one could have been avoided.
Korkmaz, he's checked in for Al Horford. White looking around. Carter right side. Over Harris. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And even as a rookie, you can see the consistency game to game from Wendell Carter. Very dependable on the glass and on the scoreboard for a player so young.
Burks, he's checked in for the 76ers.
With Wendell Carter Jr., you love the do-it-all ability, the understanding of the game.
And it's in there.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And with Carter, he's only going to get better over the years.
The upside is easy to see. He always finds ways to contribute to this team. Not sure if he'll be a star, but he'll be a rock on the offense and defensive end for a long time.
Now the pass to Burks. Richardson outside. He dishes it to Embiid. Shot clock at 6. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. And good that time. And now a 7-point 76ers lead.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Levine with it. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. To the inside. Here's Carter. And the layup's good off the glass. Carter's got 4 this quarter.
Wendell did this against high-level college competition. Consistently showcased the ability to score with efficiency.
Richardson attacking. Burks' shot is good. Burks has got the lead up to 7 now for the 76ers.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Over in the corner, White. Here's the 3. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. White's got 6 points.
Beautiful find by Levine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. And Porter, here we go. Inside. Carter kicks to Markkanen. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Comfortable on the offensive end, Markkanen drawing contact, but maintains his focus.
Pass to Burks. And White with the block. And he's able to get it back. Burks the pass to Embiid. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Levine with the ball. Bucket is good. Levine's got his second basket of the night.
When they go up-tempo and push the action, they are speaking Zach LaVine's language.
And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Burks. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
The explosive leaping of Burks serves him well in completing plays like that.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he's at nearly 90% from the free throw line this season, so having a terrific year.
On its way from Young for 2, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. 76ers up. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Then there's Alec Burks, and it's Thibault in at the threesome. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Back to Burks, pass to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Over to the wing. Now, here's Valentine. Not a lot of room. Here's Hutchison, and he makes good on the layup. Hutchinson's got his first 2 points of the night.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Pass to Milton. Here's Thibault. Another shot. Here's Horford. Good work there as it goes.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
Harrison, marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Horford the pass to Thibault.
Come get it, come get it.
Embiid with it. 6 to shoot. Here's Milton. That one, no good. Harrison passes to Satoransky. Now here's Valentine. Guarded closely. Feeds it to Young. Shoots over Embiid. Another one falls for Chicago.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Here's Thibault. Drains it from 17 feet out. Chicago has gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. To the right side. Harrison scanning the floor. The 11-footer unable to get that one. 76ers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Milton the pass to Thibault. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Kicks to Burks. Embiid. And Embiid is right there. Embiid's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those chip-ins are easy to come by. Hutchison's shot is off. Philadelphia leading by 4. Milton the pass to Horford. Here's Milton. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter. The pass to Horford. To the middle. There's Embiid, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Harris is checked in for Philadelphia. Richardson comes in for Burks. Bulls trail by 4. Outside, Levine. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 5 rebounds tonight. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. .12 left in the fourth quarter. Levine, good.
Woo-wee. If you want to know what Zach LaVine is made of, you just found out.
Levine against Richardson. Excellent D there from Markkanen. And here's Levine, who brings it up for Chicago. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Right side, White. Markkanen in the corner. Outside, Levine. Again, Levine missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's tipped. Milton the pass to Embiid. Here's Milton. 5 on the clock. And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Milton. Harris outside.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
At the line. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
I'll tell you, Richardson at the line, remarkable progression over his first few years in the league.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
So the 76ers win it. They didn't make it easy on themselves. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping. Now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Young.
Defensively, he's really stepped it up over the past few months. You can see the jump in his steal numbers, and it hasn't been by accident. He's put in a ton of effort at the defensive end, and boy, is it paying off.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's Porter in at the 3. And for the Heat, they've got Adebayo. Jones is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the 1. And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
And Miami making a change here. Crowder's checked in. Releases from 15. That one falls.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
None, that's good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's White. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Here's Nunn. White covering. Basket counts. Nunn's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Here's Chicago. White looking around. Pass to Markkanen. Over Jones. Markkanen kicks to Porter. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Levine wide open. Connects from 3-point range. Levine's got 5 now.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter steal, but not who you want to leave open.
Adebayo down low. Defended by Carter. And that one drops.
Shooting 4 or 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
Levine against Crowder. Outside Levine. The putback. Pass to White. 6 on the shot clock. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Here's Nunn. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 8 points for him. Brandon, looking ahead to the playoffs, when you made your first postseason appearance, were you surprised by the intensity you found once you got there?
Kevin, it was my 2nd season. I was playing for the Clippers, so getting into the playoffs was quite miraculous on the Tona court for the organization. But the level of detail in the playoffs and intensity in the playoffs, they know everything that you're going to do. And we were playing against the Utah Jazz, which at that time...
Some pretty good players.
Yes, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, the great Jerry Sloan as the head coach. It was a wonderful experience, but you understood that the playoffs were different. Absolutely something different in terms of the intensity and what it is that that team knew about you.
Butler's just so skilled at finding ways to score inside. Utilizes his height and strength well and varies that release point.
Miami leading by 5. Passes to Jones. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Outside White. Crowder with the steal. Nunn passes to Adebayo. Shots good by Butler. Butler's got 6.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. 58 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Satoransky, and he banks in the layup.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Hero. Satoransky covering. And the pass to Dragic. And Butler, here we go. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Fournette. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Well, recognizing the size mismatch and then turns it into an easy basket there. They've got to do a better job with defensive help.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Otto Meyer. Myers-Leonard comes in for Crowder. Robinson is subbed in for Butler. And he lobs it up.
And Dunn is fantastic at moving the ball around, finding teammates with ease.
Over to the wing. Robinson kicks to Dragic. That three off the mark. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Bulls shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And he makes both free throws.
Well, a big fellow with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Here's Dragic back to the action after this word. Tough-nosed Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a friend.
Call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call me.
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Bulls. Dunn is out there with Thomas Satoransky. Then it's Young, and it's Hutchinson in at the 3 spot. Here's Leonard. They shoot again. Rebound by the Bulls. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
But I'm sure they learned their lesson from that game. They know they can't afford to have their first unit unavailable when the game is at critical junctures this time around.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Got to respect the mid-range play of Goran Dragic right there. The left-handed point guard strokes it well.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
Got a piece of it, and stolen by Dunn. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage. Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. Here's Hero, and it's blocked. In transition, here come the Bulls. Dunn's running. Pass to Satoransky. Some solid defense from Robinson. Well, you look at the career of Dragic. Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
White against Dragic. Makes it off the glass. Dragic has got his second basket of the game.
Well, we all know how confident Goran Dragic is when it comes to scoring inside. Nice shot selection there for him.
Carter finds White. 1:43 left now here in the second. Can't cash in from the high post. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That is his first foul of the game. The Heat making a switch here. Nunn's checked in. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
Outside, White. Carter, the pass to Harrison. He kicks to Valentine. Looking for Markkanen. He gets it there. Shot clock at 5. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
And let's check out a breakdown looking at some data for White. He's been dominant over the last month. 15th in scoring, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And yeah, one of the most dangerous scorers in the game. He's already come up big in some key games this year. His teammates really feed off his presence, I think. The shot by Butler, nobody around. No good with the triple. Bulls trail by 5. Harrison in the corner, and looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Porter's checked in for Carter, and Zach LaVine subbed in for White.
Pick up the pace, get the 2-for-1 here.
Be smart, but execute at the same time. Let's see what they do.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first half. For 3, LaVine. Miami grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
Porter looking it over. Pass to Harrison. Latrey. And the Bulls with another miss. It could go. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And all right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. At the end of the period, they held it. And that should...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. What improvements, Brent, do you like to see out of players going from season 1 to their second season in the league?
Biggest thing, Kevin, turnovers. Player comes into the league, has an opportunity to play, wants to rush things, plays too fast, doesn't have an ability to slow down and make reads. From season 1 to season 2, and given the role and responsibility for that player, when you watch a guy who's ability to take away the mistakes, the simple mistakes he made last year, that's great.
Because it's connected to so many other areas of his game.
Right, and he's not trying to do things that he wasn't capable of doing when he came into the league last year. He's understanding more of where it is that he's best suited in possessions and for that offense.
Good explanation. They've got Jones. He's out there with Bam Adebayo. Robinson is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the 1 spot. That's the group in the game for the Heat. And it's White with the rebound.
Now, I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
Levine against Robinson. Here's Markkanen. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Markkanen. And this gives us a chance to highlight the rookies with the most assists here in the second half of the season. And you look at White, top 5 in the NBA, and his teammates love him.
He's making progress in his first season in the league, and his command of their offense and opposing defenses improves every time he takes the floor.
Chicago trailing here. Here's Carter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one misses. And he sinks the second. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Here's Nunn. White covering. Nunn passes to Adebayo. And the shot goes in. Adebayo's got 7 points in the game.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
On the wing, Levine. Four on the clock. No good from 11 feet. Miami leading by 3. And here's the fast break. Jones, no luck.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
And the jam by Levine.
So aggressive once he gets hot. Love how Levine stays after it when he gets it going.
Here's Nunn. White covering. Nunn passes to Adebayo. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Heat have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. And he shows the focus there. Nails the technical. Olynyk up top. Good ball movement here by Miami. Clock at 6. Dragic kicks to Olynyk. No good on the 3.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Dunn passes to Satoransky. He dishes it to Young. Dunn, wide open, he fires, and trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. The Heat with the lead. Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year, but you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
Puts one up from 19. That one wide left.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And the basket is good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Hero passes to Olynyk. Here's Hero. Dunn covering. Dunn with some nice D. And Young kicks to Satoransky. Passes it to Hutchison. Back to Satoransky. Dunn with it. Robinson picks him up. Young with no one around. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got 5 assists tonight. Here's Hero. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Heroes got 5.
Now, some guys have a hard time finding their teammates in those possessions. Dragic is always looking to dish to get it to the open man.
To the wing on the left. Here's Hutchison, guarded by Robinson. And the basket by Hutchison. Hutchinson's got his second bucket. And it's Dragic with the ball for the Heat. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. So both teams changing it up here. Now here's Butler. Defense right on him. It's blocked. 34 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Satoransky finds Young.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
And it's Butler missing.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
There's the pass to Valentine. Here's Cornette. He's guarded by Adebayo. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. And there it is for him. He's got 10.
And like whenever Butler slices to the basket, the D has a hard time matching his athleticism on these takes.
And we've reached the end of the third. Bulls lead by... And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Here's Nunn. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. We've got White, Otto Porter Jr. out there with Carter. Then there's Valentine, and it's Harrison in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Nunn. White covering. 5 on the clock. Goes up on the high post. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Valentine's got 4 rebounds in this game. White, good. White's got the lead up to 6 now for the Bulls.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Here's Harrison, defended by Crowder. Harrison kicks to Porter. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. They get Andre Iguodala.
And every year, Porter seems to get better. His 3-point shot continues to evolve, and he's embraced taking on more responsibility.
Markkanen, he's checked in for the Bulls. Bean comes in for Harrison. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Adebayo kicks to Crowder. Trying to get open is Adebayo. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Crowder.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Levine. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now. You see Zach LaVine in the Bulls uniform, and it's hard not to think of the trade that sent him here. He was a big part of the deal that sent Jimmy Butler out of Chicago.
Here's Nunn. White covering. Nunn, that's good.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Levine deciding where to go with it. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound in this one. And with Levine and the Butler trade, there were a lot of critics at the time. But you know what, Greg? It's worked out for the Bulls.
And Kevin, the Bulls took a chance with Levine, and he's developed into a bright young star. Took another risk giving him a big contract after the injury, but he's come back better and stronger since then.
Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
And you gotta like the vision for Markkanen. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
Here's Nunn. White covering. Here's Iguodala. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
And being 6'8", dunking, not an issue for Porter. All he needs is good position, and he's good to go.
And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That's his first foul. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Here's Dragic from outside. Butler controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Outside Porter, back to White. Miami grabs the miss. Adebayo's got 5 rebounds tonight. That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut to just 5 points in the basket from Jimmy Butler.
And Butler, no stranger to these pressure situations. A big-time gamer who knows how to take over on key possession.
Markkanen into the lane. Banked in off the glass.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Here's Butler. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
And Butler is a warrior out there. Doesn't give up on the drive, even when he's getting bodied.
.107 left in the game. Outside, Markkanen. Shot clock at 6. Porter passes to Markkanen. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Heroes checked in for Robinson. Porter against Butler. Pass to Adebayo. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. .41 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Left side, Markkanen. It's stolen by Jones. Here's Hero. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
In a game this close, this late, that kind of D is clutch.
It is. And then, Greg, to go in for the flush. That could be a backbreaker.
Well, we'll see how the other side responds here. They have to come up big.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Outside, Levine. Clock at 4. Down low. And stolen by Butler. In transition, here comes Miami. To tie it up, here's Hero. It's tipped. Return to sender. Stuffed it and grabs the rock. The one-man stuff, and so the big win by Chicago in a tight
this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and
In your face.
You play 2K.
All the time.
You act.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything you can't do.
They may be on the road, but the Bulls still know how to dress to impress. A look here as they come before.
Well, Kevin,
great attitude. His work inside, a big part of the DA. Thanks. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Chicago. It's been a rough season for them. The good news is the lottery is only a couple months away. And, of course, Cleveland, and they're down 4 spots from them.
And looking at Chicago, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
No, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating to everyone. The players, the coaches, the fans. I mean, there was the idea that they might struggle, but now reality is setting in.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Cavaliers, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Garland in at the point. Lets it go from deep. Cleveland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Here's Drummond. No luck. They battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. And it's Levine that time on the assist from Carter.
And the wily strength of Levine. I mean, he does a great job fending off the defense on the way up.
Here's Drummond. Carter pulls it in.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Levine kicks to White. Over Garland. And it's White missing.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, you're just predictable. It's just 1 for 5 from the field now. I mean, they've come out flat. They need to pick up the energy.
And when you watch the Bulls play, Chris, they just seem to lack an organizational direction.
Yeah, Gia, you're right. I mean, the team committed to Boylan to shape their youth. They don't seem to be interested in playing up-tempo or following any NBA trend. The distrust between players in the front office is not helping their recruiting of free agents. A lot going wrong.
And with the break here, let's look at the stats for Kevin Love. Averaging 17 points per game, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
This last stretch, unbelievable tenacity going to the glass. It's been reflected in that stat sheet.
And that one is off. Excellent D there from Markkanen. Here's Porter. No good on the shot. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Love outside. Passes to Osman. Kicks it to Garland. Can they get it? It's good from long range. Garland's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Cavs.
Oh, he can be sneaky good from deep sometimes. I mean, when he gets clean looks, he's got the ability to do some damage out there.
Levine, good.
It's encouraging whenever Levine connects from mid-range. I mean, he's showing he wants to get better from that.
Garland kicks to Sexton. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Back to Drummond. Sexton finds Drummond. 4 on the clock. Here's Osman. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And here's a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Satoransky's checked in for Otto Porter Jr.
a decent jump shooter. I mean, you can't afford to give Levine these types of looks.
Well, Zach LaVine possesses a speed, Chris, and a burst that makes him a very tough man.
Yeah, he has a great first step. I mean, when he's trying to beat a defender off the bounce, you can't let him get an edge to the hoop. He'll flush.
Oh, the power on that throwdown. Wow.
Easy to see why Levine won the dunk contest in 2016. I mean, he has endless ups.
Windler, the pass to Thompson. Cleveland moving it around. Here's Windler. Satoransky covering. For three. Chicago grabs the miss. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. Levine can't hit. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Garland the pass to Windler. This one for three. Markkanen pulls it in. And White kicks to Markkanen. Pass to Levine. And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for the Chicago. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Chicago right now, they've got Young, Valentine out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Cornette in at the 5. Thompson passes to Porter. Some great ball handling in this game. Chris, we see it all the time. Of all of them, whose crossover impresses you the most right now?
Oh, right now, okay. Man, you got to go out to wherever Kyrie Irving is. And first of all, his handles are
great handle, right?
Oh, his handles are sick. Don't forget about Curry, because Curry can shoot so well. Sometimes we sleep on his handles. And John Wall with his speed, it's no way you can stop John Wall coming full speed at you. He can cross you over left and right or right without even blinking, and you'll just be standing still, stuck, not even realizing he laid the ball up past you already. Hard work on the boards, a lot of competition for that one, but he's got the limp to be the first one, too.
And Young slams it home.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, and Greg, they've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
The shot's good from Nance.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He could be an ace when he gets a good look at three.
Dunn up top. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Pass to Windler. And Thompson kicks to Porter. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man, Colin Sexton, already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs. And let's check out some stats. Here are the numbers for Thaddeus Young. He's been a factor for them over the last month, averaging 13 points per game, over 2.5 steals and 6 rebounds. And you love his anticipation, all those steals. He's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
His nose for the ball has never been better. I mean, Greg, his transition defense really stands out. If you get careless in the open court, he'll make you pay.
Here's Harrison, and he uses the glass on the layup. Harrison's got his first points of the night.
This offense just continues to impress.
The pass to Porter. And it's Love, top of the key. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Kicks it out to Love. And another miss by Cleveland. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Bulls in Chicago. The shot by Harrison, no good. Osman, the pass to Love. Porter in the corner. The three-pointer, no good. The Bulls leading by 7. Young outside. There's a minute 47 left to play here in the half. Plenty of space. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And the Bulls lead by 9. Here's Love. Good, nice job down low. Love's got his first basket.
Sexton has to just keep developing his court awareness. You want to see more passing from him.
Now here's Valentine, guarded by Porter. Here's Cornette. Gets a very good look and converts. Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Love kicks to Porter. There's 57 seconds left in the first half of the game. And Love throws it down.
You got to stay with Love at all times. Even in the pick and roll, he's fantastic at cutting after setting the pick.
Here's Harrison. His last outing, he had 8 points. Passes it to Young. Another miss by Young. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Love goes in. And the dunk by Love.
You got to close up any lane to the basket. Love is solid at sprinting to the bucket when he sees an opening.
Dunn passes to Young. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. 6 points for Thaddeus Young.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Now here's Valentine. He's guarded closely. And stolen by Sexton. Love deciding where to go with it. Pass to Sexton. Outside Porter. 1 second left. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. At the end of the period, they held a 4. And that does it for our half.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
And see, Webb, you talk to the Bulls fans, and they are eager for a return to greatness.
Yeah, GA, it's been a long time since the Jordan era, and Bulls fans know it. But you know, GA, the Bulls have a very loyal group of fans. Their patience has been tested, though, but this team needs results.
Good. 8 points for Darius Garland.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. To the paint, here's Love, and the dunk by Love.
This is why I like seeing Love close to the basket, because there's no stopping. He can flush it every time when he's got great position.
Outside White. On the wing, Porter. Back to Levine. There's the 3. Hit the tip. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, he's just such a terrific offensive rebounder. I mean, Carter Jr. excels at using his big body to his advantage on the glass.
To the middle, Sexton. That ball's great assist by Love.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Shoots the three. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Drummond's got his 4th rebound in this round.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Love finds Drummond. And here is Garland. For the tie. Rebound collected by Levine.
Oh, that's their first shot of the half that hasn't found a mark. It's been a good start for them. Oh, Levine is such an explosive player. He's able to fight through the contact and get it to go.
That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Garland. Hey, Chris, this year pioneer Chuck Cooper inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Long overdue, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, he was the first African-American player ever to be drafted. I mean, let's just think about that. Jackie Robinson of basketball. He paved the way, and what he endured, and his teammates, by the way, of all colors, is well documented. And I think the Celtics need to, and I think they will retire his number 11 and have it hang up in that famed Raptors of theirs over there.
I agree. Here's Carter. Up again, and that's collected by Love. And Love's got the ball here for the Cavaliers. They trail by 1. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. They hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run. Pass to Osman. He dishes it to Garland. Just 5 on the clock. Now, here's Sexton. Guarded by Levine. The shot by Sexton, no good. Bulls have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the 3rd. That leaves room for improvements here. Osman, the pass to Drummond. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Drummond's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Right side, Markkanen. On the wing, Levine. 1:16 left to play in the 3rd. That one doesn't drop.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
Love the pass to Sexton. Stolen by Levine. White, wide open. He fires. And it's off from 3-point range. Garland dishes to Love. The pass to Garland. He kicks it to Sexton. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And now a 3-point Cavalier lead.
And defensively, these guys are looking for answers since halftime. They've seemed disjointed and out of sync. They have got to get back that rhythm defensively.
Now here's Garland. He's covered closely. Love outside. Kept alive. And Drummond is right there. Drummond's got the lead up to 3 now for the Cavs.
Oh, he attacks the glass with a ferocity that you have to see to believe. Rebounding, that's his forte.
Outside, Porter. Out to Carter. Fires for 3. It's not going to go for him. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Cavaliers on top. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got Young. Chris Dunn is out there with Satoranski, and it's Hutchinson in at the power forward. Cavaliers leading. Garland, the pass to Porter. Poked away. Out left to the wing. Cleveland moving the ball around. Here's Windler. Satoranski covering. Yep, that one goes in there.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Dunn left side to tie it up. Thompson with the rebound.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Passes it to Harrison. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Now, here's Satoransky. Defense is right there. The shot by Harrison, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Here's Windler. 6 to shoot. Garland with it, and Young picks him up defensively. The shot by Thompson, no good. Bulls trail by 5. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
What unselfishness from the young guard, Dunn. He's making more of an effort to distribute the ball.
Now, here's Garland. Satoransky covering. And Shaquille Harris gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Chicago making some changes. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Young. Markkanen comes in for Harrison. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Dunn. Here's Porter. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, Greg, this is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
Garland with the bucket.
And that's a bounce-back 3, and they're back in the lead.
Here's LaVine. That shot off, and Cleveland will come the other way. And there's Garland. That's good on the assist by Thompson. And it's a 5-point Cleveland lead. Bulls have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. The basket counts, and here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And LaVine, here we go. Lays it up off the glass.
This is what leaders do. LaVine commanded the rock and coming through in a big spot.
Irwin kicks to Drummond. There's Sexton. Lays it up and banks it in. Sexton's got the lead up to 5 now for the Cavs.
This is what leaders do. And you got to love seeing Sexton own these moments and coming up clutch.
Lets the 3 fly. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Pass to Osman. Now, here's Garland. Light covering. Osman, the pass to Drummond. And stolen by White. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Right wing. White looking around. And Carter has it in the corner. Outside, LaVine. 6 on the shot clock. There's Porter with the three. It's in! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Now, here's Garland. He's guarded closely. Here's Osman. Can't cash in. Drummond. Here's Sexton. Can't knock in the three. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We've got more NBA basketball. These teams have battled tooth and nail before quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the center, locking down the middle.
He's got a great understanding of the inside game. He's going to make the most of those opportunities.
Bean passes to Carter. Now, here's Garland. It's stolen by Carter. Levine with it. Guarded now by Sexton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Love.
The athleticism of Levine, it makes him a hard guy to cover. I mean, he loves getting the contact.
And so he makes both from the line.
Oh my God. As confident as it gets at the line. He wants to be up there in the tight ball game.
Here's Garland. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Levine feeling it out a bit. Carter right side. Back to Levine. The feed to Markkanen. Just 5 to shoot. To take the lead. And there's Levine on the assist by Markkanen. 20 points for Zach Levine.
As soon as Levine hits a few of these, you know he's feeling it. Just keep hitting him the rock.
Love against Markkanen, and it's Love penetrating. Here's Osman. 2 free throws coming up. The coach's challenge has been issued. This game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Releases from 15. Good! Sounds like a rock concert in here.
And guys, that was the bucket they have been waiting for.
Outside, Levine. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Cavaliers making a switch here. Porter's checked in. Saransky's checked in for Chicago. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Now, here's Garland. Satoransky covering. And here is Garland. And a wide open look for Porter. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but hasn't been successful.
Back to Porter. From the arc. Right between the eyes.
Well, the maturation of Porter continues from role player to clutch. Love his poise.
Timeout called, Cleveland. They're down by 2. Just 2 seconds left in the first overtime. Guys, what do you think?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from...
The Chicago River winding its... And with... Well, thank you, David. And this late in the season, Clark, for non-playoff contending teams, really there's nothing to lose. The pressure is gone. You can let it rip, can't you?
Yeah, there's a freedom that you can play with when you don't have the pressure or the expectation of being a playoff team. And sometimes that allows you to play your best basketball because there is nothing to lose.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Harris at small forward with Horford at the 4. Then it's Josh Richardson. And there's Embiid, and it's Milton in at the 1. And for the Bulls, Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Carter, the pass to Porter. Beyond the arc. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. It's stolen by Carter. To the wing right side. The 3. And it's White missing.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Horford has a wide open look. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
You know, he wants to be more aggressive from there. I like watching Levine work the mid-range game into his game.
That's good from Horford on the assist by Richardson.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Here's Levine. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
You know, he's becoming a more well-rounded scorer, guys. Buckets like this demonstrate Levine's ability to finish from anywhere. Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Porter against Harris. Out to the right wing. And White kicks to Levine. 5 to shoot. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Great, just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
Horford no luck.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
From 11 feet away, and no good that time. Now the 76ers take it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons. And the dunk by Embiid.
It's dangerous now letting Embiid get this deep. You're asking to get posterized with the throwdown.
Markkanen laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Boy, a terrific find. Levine plays mostly the 2, but he came into the league as a point guard.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And the basket by Horford. Horford's got 6 points.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Now here is Carter. 17 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the 76ers.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Markkanen. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Porter. Saransky's checked in for Levine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. Pass to Scott. Feeds to Embiid. Scott, good.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Here's Dunn. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by Embiid. Here's Thibault. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 1. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
They've just got to be more careful tonight. It's that simple. I mean, those guys are too valuable. They need them on the floor.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And he can't get the first one.
Boy, I tell you what, Dunn does a little bit of everything out there. A stat sheet stuffer for sure. He scores it, he passes it well, and he also gets to the glass from his position.
Pass to Korkmaz. The kick out to Scott. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Boom. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making.
Not knowing English, obviously, I'd be.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid's.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. As the second quarter getting going right now. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Bulls, center and still with Chris Dunn. Then it's Young, and it's Cornette in at the 5. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David.
And there's been some turnover in the Philly front office, but through it all, some bold moves.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, guys. First, the process, and we heard a lot about that as they were stockpiling draft picks and losing a lot of games. It was maybe the most drastic rebuild in NBA history, at least as I can recall. Then new leadership in Elton Brand, who's done an outstanding job pushing all their chips into the middle to go for it. Great credit to him for not sitting back. In both cases, a plan and a direction, and that's what you want from your organization.
Looking for Satoransky, and he gets it there. Inside, they need this. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Satoransky's got his first points in this one. Philadelphia leading by 8. Embiid finds Burks. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Scott can't get it to go. The Bulls have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Harrison passes to Young. Back to Harrison. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. The 76ers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Robinson down low. Embiid moves back up. It's deflected. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
Now we've got a moment to see how the Bulls are doing rank-wise in the NBA.
And you mentioned their steals. I mean, it's great defensive anticipation that has them at the top of the rankings. They've been tremendous at reading the offense and getting into those passing lanes.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Young. And it's White in for Satoransky. Now, here is Robinson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Detroit. Count that one. And Clark, when you look at how the game has changed, if you were entering the league today, how would you reshape your skill set?
Well, the biggest part would be expanding my shooting range. I was a good shooter at the time that I played, but would need to expand it and was just starting to stretch out my shooting to the three-point line. And then also defensively be a little more committed to that end of the floor, really working to get better there. But ball handling, passing, scoring, rebounding, those were things that I did pretty well.
Markkanen, good.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Robinson passes to Harris. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Chandler Hutchison. He's checked in for Luke Cornett. Porter comes in for Valentine. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Shaquille Harrison.
Yeah, Markkanen doing a nice job crashing the glass there, Kevin, at 7 feet tall. This guy making good use of his size on that possession.
And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Oh, Porter in position. .102 left here in the second. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
As Stone's checked in for White. The 76ers also with the sub. Raul Netos checked in for Burks. 54 seconds left in the second quarter. Korkmaz kicks to Harris.
Fantastic read that time from Lauri Markkanen on defense. Nice to see him use that tremendous reach to impact the defensive end.
And it's Harris with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. We'll start a 3-game homestand with that game. And LaVine, here we go. Here's Hutchison. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Here's Korkmaz. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Lets it go with the 3. With 4 seconds on the clock.
You know, he was the 3rd pick in the 2007 NBA draft, guys. Horford won 2 college championships at Florida back-to-back before entering the league.
It's his first trip to the line. So Horford gets 2. And here is Dunn. Got it up. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that concludes the first half. 76ers lead by...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was... And...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Al Horford with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, the talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. And it's Milton in at the point. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Harris. Markkanen pulls it in.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Philadelphia leading by 7. Embiid dishes to Richardson. The pass to Horford. He feeds it to Embiid. Porter with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. And Levine with the slam.
Well, we know Levine has the hops. That time showing off the creativity.
Pass to Horford. Kicks it out to Richardson. He's looking for Porter and finds him. Here's Levine. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Valentine's checked in for Chicago. Mike Scott's checked in for Philadelphia. Robinson comes in for Harris. Valentine with it. Robinson on him. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Back to Scott. Shoots over Markkanen. Excellent D there from Markkanen. Bulls trail by 3. And it's Levine that time on the assist by Markkanen. Markkanen's got 4 assists in the game. And for a player that didn't come in with a lot of fanfare to the NBA, Markkanen is one of the top young players in the league.
Yeah, call him the marksman or the finisher. Call him Larry Bird, if you like. Fantastic stretch 4, who showed he could be a focal point of an offense, can play with an edge as well, and is just scratching the surface of his potential.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. And Satoransky subbed in for White. Alec Burks checked in for Philadelphia. And the foul on Mike Scott. That's his first foul. The Bulls making a switch here. Dunn's checked in. Pass to Young for the lead. And he knocks down the jumper. Young's got his second basket of the night.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Burks with the steal. And now here comes Robinson leading the break. Oh, what a play! Woo!
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Neto finds Burks. Here's Robinson. Let's go. No one on him, and he makes the easy one. Robinson's got it all tied up now for the 76ers. Dunn looking over the floor. Pass to Young. Launches a 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got his 3rd assist on the night. The 76ers trail by 3. That one is good from Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 12 points in the game.
Hey, once Embiid catches the hot hand now, he's looking to shoot it as much as he can.
Dunn. The shot misses. So Philadelphia will take it the other way.
You know, it's really surprising that they're up at this point, given that he struggled so mightily.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Robinson kicks to Burks. No good from outside. Bulls have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the 3rd. Floats it up for Young. Stolen by Robinson. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Thibault, and he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 6.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Robinson pulls it in.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
And here's Neto outside. Hits it from three-point range. Now it's a 4-point 76ers lead. Oh, he gets it to go. Wow.
It counts.
Wow. What a...
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Philadelphia ahead, up by 1. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Then there's Carter. Then there's Dunn. And it's Hutchinson in at the power forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's Harris. And he converts the layup.
You know, you can't allow Harris to get comfortable there now, guys. I mean, once he gets the positioning he wants, you're toast.
Levine looking around. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Here's Thibault. And it's sent back by Carter. Harris, good.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Out to the right wing. For 3, Richardson. Porter pulls it in. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Levine wide open. The offensive rebound, Carter. Misses in close. The 76ers leading. Horford goes in. A second chance effort, and the layup is up and in.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Right side, Porter pulls it up. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Last break, here comes Chicago. Levine with the ball. Connects on the 9-footer. Levine's got the game tied up here for the Bulls.
Beautiful pull-up by Levine. On balance, under control, developing a better feel for this particular shot.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. He's going to send Tobias Harris to the line. It's going to be on Wendell Carter. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for the Bulls. White comes in for Chris Dunn. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Shake Milton comes in for Korkmaz.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That's foul number 2 for him. Porter with the steal.
The turnover total in the first half, only 1, but a totally different story here in the second.
White left side. Levine kicks to Markkanen. 6 to shoot. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight. Richardson attacking. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
An elite distributor for a big man. Horford is the kind of guy you want to play basketball with.
Levine can't hit. The 76ers leading by 5. And the pass to Horford. Here's Milton. Back to Richardson. It's Richardson on the wing. Nice D from Porter. Chicago's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Impressive awareness from Markkanen. I mean, down on the block there, really good job of using his height to get his shots off.
Embiid wide open. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got assist number 5 here tonight. Carter outside. Markkanen passes to Levine. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, you know, the quickness of Levine. Difficult to neutralize that. He'll go to the line.
And so Levine nails both of them.
Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
Harris outside. Passes it to Richardson. Here's Embiid. Shooting foul. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Jim Boylan talking with his team. He told them we've got to make the most of every chance right now. This is a winnable game, but we've got to make plays. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
Richardson the pass to Embiid. Back to Richardson. He kicks it to Horford. Yes!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Harris. Horford with it. Richardson dishes to Horford. Back to Harris. So the 76ers win it. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right here.
He's going.
The Chicago River winding its... As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Heat, advantage in one series. And, of course, there's the Bulls. They're much further down in the standings right now.
Yeah, but checking out Chicago, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
All the talk around them now is already about what's going to take place in the offseason. Who's going to go? Who's going to stay? I'd be surprised if they don't have a much different look next year.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Robinson. Adebayo is out there with Jones. And there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the 1 spot. And for Chicago, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front. And it's White in at the point.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Steve, we know it's a long season for the players, but talk about the coaches.
Kevin, you've seen it. Those coaches that are on a hot seat, they have those bags under their eyes, no sleep. Those coaches that have a long contract and they're winning, they're pretty good. And I think the coaches that sleep well is the coaches that have teams that they know that kind of run themselves.
And Smitty, you talk about players who can just be vicious to the rim. Wow. Derek Jones is on that list.
Yes, he can dunk the ball with so much force. You feel the building shake. So scary when he's coming down the paint to catch a pass because of his insane leaping ability.
Now, here's Porter. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Orlando.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Robinson for 3. It doesn't go for him. And the Bulls going the other way now. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. For 3, Levine. Here's White. And the Bulls with another miss.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. The Bulls have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Now the pass to Porter. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. And Chicago has possession. Porter kicks to White. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Levine. Rebound by the Heat. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Nunn. White covering. Down low. Adebayo passes to Jones. Shot clock at 3. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's White. 20 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Nunn. White covering, unloads from 13. Carter pulls it in. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Chicago Bulls. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
Where you always have confidence in the Heat organization is at the top. Pat Riley with 9 championship rings as a player, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, and as a team president. He knows how to win from every perspective.
And it's White missing. He'd have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Jones the pass to Robinson. Butler against Porter. And that one's good by Butler. You're right, Steve. You look at Riley's career, most people are just looking to accomplish one of the things he's done.
Kevin, he has a great mind. He's incredibly driven. He understands how to motivate people, and he understands what's important to focus on.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. On deep. Dunn misses. For Miami, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Outer dishes to Olynyk, and it's blocked. Here's Satoransky. That shot off. Dragic with some nice D. The Heat with the lead. And Olynyk kicks to Crowder, and he comes up with the deuce.
Jay Crowder, not the biggest guy, but he's crafty in the painted area, knows how to get his shot.
And Cornette gets it to go.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Dragic looking it over, and there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his first foul. Pass to Hero. 20 seconds left to play in the first. And Olynyk kicks to Dragic. Clock at 6. Lays it up and banks it in.
His first step is unreal. Goran Dragic is an excellent penetrator.
Dragic against Dunn. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Now here's Olynyk.
One thing scouts knew about Chris Dunn coming in, he can't.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Heat up 1. And we'll be back in just a moment.
It's a little bit different for everybody, to tell you the truth.
Staying level-headed and ready for whatever's next. That's Jimmy's mindset, Greg, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got Young, Satoransky there with Dunn, and it's Hutchinson in at the 3 spot.
Well, when you watch Goran Dragic play, you can tell the precision that he has with his movement and footwork. But as pretty as his game is, he has a bit of edge to him. Very fiery player.
Here's Iguodala. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Young inside. He's against Crowder. Hutchison passes to Satoransky. 5 on the clock, and there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That is his first foul of the game. Valentine's checked in for Chicago. Harrison comes in for Chris Dunn. And Satoransky kicks to Cornette. Here's Harrison. He's covered by Iguodala. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
And checking out the numbers here for Harrison, how his last 10 games have gone. 12th in steals, and of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
As we've seen, he's a difficult defender to bring the ball up against. Quick feet, quick hands, always looking to force a mistake. Here's Dunn, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And but as you alluded to with Dragic, he's gotten in more confrontations than you would think.
He's a scrapper and does whatever it takes to win. Reminds me of a little bit of John Stockton with that mentality, but that's exactly the kind of mindset you want from your lead guard.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Chicago shooting their first free throw tonight.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Passes it to Leonard. Drills the baseline jumper. And the Heat lead by 6.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
And White kicks to Markkanen. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And there's no doubt that this team views Lauri Markkanen as a big part of their future. Many slept on Markkanen in the draft, but he could be a star.
And the Heat making a change here. Robinson's checked in. On deep. Carter pulls it in. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Bulls, trailing by 4. Here's Valentine. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. As you said, Smitty, Markkanen has the potential to be an all-star someday.
He's not quite there yet, Kevin. Not by any means. Needs to take a jump forward and go from being a shooter to an all-around scorer.
Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Miami. Outside Butler to the inside. Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Jimmy Butler is on it. Staying alert. Finds his man breaking free.
Here's White. Got a piece of it. Picked him clean. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Butler with the ball. Harrison with the rebound. Bulls trail by 4. Here's White. Buries the long-range jumper. White's got 6 in the quarter.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Fast break. Here comes Chicago.
Beautiful find by Carter. Sees the floor really well for a young big.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And there's the foul. It'll go on Denzel Valentine. That's foul number 2 for him.
His second foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Porter comes in for Carter. And Zach LaVine subbed in for White. Nunn passes to Adebayo. Good ball movement here by Miami. Shot clock at 5. And Butler, here we go. And slam dunk by Butler.
Give him a lane to the hoop, and you know what you risk? Jimmy Butler throwing it down.
It's deflected, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo.
Great energy on the deflection, and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Chris Dunn's checked in for Shaquille Harrison. And Miami also making a switch. Heroes checked in, and Porter putting it right back in. Porter's got 5.
Did you see that play by Porter? His nose for the ball is highlighted when he's working the offensive glass.
Here's Nunn. Dunn covering. Olenek the pass to Nunn. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Olenek the pass to Silva. Lays it up off the glass. And now a 3-point Heat lead.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
LaVine inside the 3-point line. You can't get that one to fall. And some good action. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They did jump out to a lead in the open. And
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Steve, the player tracking data is kind of an interesting thing. It's a big part of scouting now. In fact, AI can accumulate that right from the TV feed, which to me is amazing.
It is. I think if it doesn't distract or take away from our game, to have that type of information live and from a player being able to play in a game, I think it's helpful for everything, for scouting, for, I would say, health reasons, for guys, conditioning. I love it, as long as it doesn't distract from the game.
That's a good point. Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. Jones is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the 1. Here's White. Drops it in from 14 feet away. White's got his third basket of the night.
Beautiful touch there. Give White these types of looks consistently, and he's going to make you pay.
Here's Nunn. White covering. Just 5 on the clock. Baseline J on the way, and the shot is long. Bulls trail by 3. Levine with it. Robinson picks him up. Look out! Here he comes!
That was amazing, and look at the elevation. An explosive, high-level athlete. You see why Zach has won multiple dunk contests.
Here's Nunn, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Wendell Carter. The Heat have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Porter. And Satoransky subbed in for White. The Heat making a switch here. Here's Satoransky. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Inside, Crowder, and Crowder slams it in.
Beautiful vision to find the open man. Gorn leading by example.
To the paint, Crowder with the steal. And now here comes Iguodala leading the break. The baseline J. And Robinson gets it to go on the assist by Iguodala.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half. Showing good execution on the offensive end.
Leonard brings the double team. Levine kicks to Cornett. And the Bulls another 3.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight and counting.
Pass to Leonard. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Left side, Crowder fires from 14. Rebound by the Bulls.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. Olynyk, he's checked in for Miami. Satoransky looking around. There's the pass to Young. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for the Heat. It's a 1-point game. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Dragic gets the bucket.
That's a strong move right down there in the paint. Something you see a lot from Goran Dragic.
And out of Marquette, Jay Crowder, a sturdy 2-way wing player.
A great system player and glue guy. He had his best years with the Celtics. On the final year of this contract, a great value considering what he brings to the table.
4 on the shot clock. Crowder with the steal. Here's Leonard. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. Bulls trail by 3. Harrison passes to Cornett. Shoots over Crowder. Rebound by Olynyk. The Heat have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. And Crowder slams it in.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
Down low, Leonard with the steal. Crowder goes in. And Crowder slams it in.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Dragic kicks to Iguodala. Crowder from outside. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
The contributions from Jay Crowder extremely valuable because of his defense, toughness, and switchability.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Then for the Heat, Bam Adebayo is checked in for Olynyk. Butler comes in for Myers Leonard. And Hero subbed in for Andre Iguodala. Done outside. Pass to Markkanen. Outside Porter. Shot clock at 6. It's hauled in by Hero. Miami leading by 8. And stolen by Dunn. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. It's hauled in by Hero. And it's Dragic off the drive. Porter with the steal. Good if it goes. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Jay Crowder making things happen for the Miami Heat. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Markkanen and Carter are up front. Dunn is out there with Valentine. And it's Porter at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Six to shoot. Back to Dunn. Three-pointer. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Crowder goes in, and Crowder slams it in.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
With their lead starting to stretch out just a little bit here late, they're in a prime position now to wrap this one up.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Dragic the pass to Adebayo. And the call on, and now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's White. Again, Chicago. The Heat leading by 4. Butler goes in. Rebound by the Bulls.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Here's Carter, and the layup's good off the glass. Carter's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They've shown a lot of heart, a lot of fight, and they're close to taking the lead.
Outside Crowder. Back to Iguodala. Butler on the way. White covering. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Hate to see that. I know everyone's mind is on the play, but you've got to protect the ball.
Zach LaVine's checked in for the Bulls. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. The shot by Carter, nobody around. And again, no good by Chicago. The Heat with the lead. Here's Nunn. Kicks it to Robinson. Nunn passes to Adebayo. Right wing. They need this one. Miami no good on that time either. The Bulls have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And it's White missing. For Miami, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Butler passes to Jones. Now Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Outside, Jones, stolen by Carter. Here's LaVine, and the jam by LaVine.
The coaching staff needs Zach LaVine to perform at his best when it matters, and he did it.
Here's Nunn, light covering. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Nunn. Gets a hand on it. Great positioning on the putback. And the Heat lead by 4.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
I mean, he was calm. Carter hits the biggest shot of the night.
Jones against Markkanen. Nice move. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
And really a great job to maintain his composure. How about the body control there? Now he gets the and one and turns this into a 2-possession game.
To the middle.
Lowry Markkanen making his presence felt as this game heats up.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Here's Nunn. It falls.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish. And looking for a very quick shot here.
They have very little time to run a play, and then, of course, they also need to foul.
LaVine inside the three-point line. It's hauled in by the Heat. Robinson kicks to Adebayo. Right side, Jones. Here's Nunn. Back to Butler. From deep three-point range. No good there. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. A narrow win under Chip. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's...
NBA 2K21, where everything is game.
It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
As we get a break in the action, now let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Chicago. It hasn't been a great season for them. We may see some changes in the offseason. And, of course, the Cavaliers sitting there 4 spots below.
And, you know, for the Bulls, one thing they don't have to worry about is not having enough free time this summer, because they're not going anywhere near the postseason.
And there will be players on the move once this season is over. You can count on that. They have to make wholesale changes, and the front office knows it.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the 5. And for the Bulls, Wright and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's Garland. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go. Got a hand on it. Launches it. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Well, this guy's a tremendously fast athlete. LaVine excels in transition.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there. Well, the young bull, Colin Sexton, getting a lot of playing time in his rookie season. Allowed him to play through his mistakes, and that's what you hope for coming in.
Bulls making a switch here. Cornette's checked in. And even as the Cavaliers lagged at the very bottom of the standings, Greg, Sexton publicly described the season as fun. Would that bother you as a veteran?
Losing seasons, they suck. I mean, no other way to put it. I think he cares about winning, but keeping that positivity is probably the best approach.
And Drummond is right there.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Now here's Levine, defended by Sexton. Cavaliers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Garland, uses the glass to finish the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Sexton deciding where to go with it.
Well, that's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammate. Sexton is a quality floor general.
White, good.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Porter's checked in for Cleveland. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Now, here's Garland. He's tightly guarded.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Cleveland.
So how about the Cavaliers head coach John Beilein making his NBA debut after 20 years? Such a big-time athlete. LaVine makes the hardest moves look easy.
Garland with the bucket.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
On the wing, LaVine, guarded by Porter. And that one, good. And it's 9 points for Zach LaVine.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot. Hot! Well, not an easy act to follow if you're Cedi Osman, right? You are taking over for LeBron James, one of the greats in the game, but I love his confidence.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And the 31st pick back in 2015, Osman, a do-it-all all energy type of player, Doris.
Yeah, he was one of LeBron's favorite teammates when he led the Cavs. They trained together all summer. No better role model for Jetty than perhaps the best player in NBA history.
And Nance kicks to Thompson. Osman. Valentine grabs the board.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Jetty Osman. Dunn looking over the floor. 1:06 left here in the first quarter. Baseline try. Nance with the rebound.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
That one goes. Count it.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Here's Dunn. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, you have to admire Chris Dunn's aggressiveness. This guy will take hard forays into the lane and drain the layup.
Offensive rebound. Here's Thompson. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Satoransky gets the bucket. Cavaliers trailing. Here's Sexton. Takes it off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Hutchison. And Thompson sends it back.
Oh, the former Longhorn Thompson really elevating for the rejection. Love the energy, guys.
The Cavaliers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good. And the Bulls making a change here. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Dunn passes to Young. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Yeah, that's just a nice pass. This was one of college basketball's premier.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Cavaliers lead by 3. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamanos. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Chicago right now, Young and Carter are the big men inside. Satoransky there with Harrison, and it's Hutchinson in at the 3, the small forward. Doris, if you had to list a player with all the great talent in this league that's the most difficult to stop one-on-one, who would that be?
Well, like in similar situations, I can't give you just one. Some names that come immediately to mind: James Harden, obviously, has been in the MVP race for 5 years running, I think. He's virtually impossible to guard, right? He's got a great system for his individual skills. Kevin Durant can get any shot he wants at any time. And then the virtuoso that is LeBron James, who can pick you apart with shooting, with scoring, with passing. He's really nothing short of remarkable.
For Cleveland, they have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
I think it's hard not to be excited about Colin Sexton's future. This is a young guard with tremendous upside, and you know he's already got athleticism and scoring ability.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Chicago making some changes. Markkanen, he's checked in for Young. Porter comes in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's White in for Satoransky. And then for Cleveland, Drummond's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Kevin Love comes in for Nance. And it's Garland in for Sexton. 5 to shoot. Here's White. And the Bulls with another miss.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Trains the three-pointer. Garland's got the lead up to 6 now for the Cavs.
Always a bonus when points come from unlikely sources, and you can see this guy's been working on that shot.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Porter kicks to Garland. Second chance shot. Here's Love, and it's blocked.
And blocking shots mostly about will and desire. Markkanen showing he has it on that one.
Love with the bucket.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And Markkanen on the follow. Markkanen's got his first basket.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
When you watch Lauri Markkanen play, it's easy to see how easy it is for him to put up points. Attacks from all spots on the floor and has a great touch on that shot, especially for a man his size.
Near the three-point line, it's Porter. That shot missing, and Cleveland will come the other way. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. A 7-game road trip continues for them. That'll be game number 3.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
And really, Greg, the only knock on Markkanen is that he can be too passive at times.
And I suspect that will fade as he grows more comfortable in the league. You have to remember how young he is and missed a good amount of time with injury during that second year.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
And here they come. Near the three-point line, it's Love. They get a hand on it.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to Orlando. Here's Windler. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball.
Oh, my goodness. Where did that come from?
Holy goodness.
That was beautiful. Now, here's Garland. White covering. Now, Garland. He's got 9. And it's sent back by Carter.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
2 points. That one goes.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
Three-pointer, Markkanen. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Porter with it. Got it off in time, and no good on the last second attempt this time.
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, big.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 3.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Bulls trail by 7, and so in the game for the Cavaliers, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love, and it's Garland in at the point. Levine for 3. That one, no good. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Sexton with it. White's there. Sexton's shot is good. Sexton's got the lead up to 9 now for the Cavs. And Carter now, top of the key. And then Carter with the dunk.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Here's Osman. Count that bucket. Osman's got 6 points. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Levine dishes to Porter. Elbow shot is on the way. It's Drummond with the rebound. The Cavaliers leading by 9. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Markkanen. Valentine's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And it's done in for White. There's Garland. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Bulls trail by 9. Fires from 14. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Zach LaVine doing work in the mid-range. He's got that shot in his bag. Yes, sir.
And there's Garland. That's good on the assist by Sexton. He's got 12.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Today's player is not intimidated by size. You even give them a sliver of a window, and they're going to make that shot.
Love the pass to Sexton. Love trying to break loose. Here's Thompson. That one's not going to go. And the Bulls going the other way now. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Love draws the double. The wide open look here for Garland. Cleveland keeps it going, a new 14-second shot clock. Osman. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Cornett's got 4 rebounds now tonight, and it's Kevin Love with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Satoransky's checked in for the Bulls. Then for the Cavaliers, Nance comes in for Kevin Love. And Porter subbed in for Garland. Young against Nance. And Young kicks to Dunn. And again, no good by Chicago. The Cavaliers leading by 8.
Obviously, times have been quite tough lately, but you have to think back to Cleveland's first and only title in 2016. LeBron's second season back in the city, and boy, did he deliver on his promise.
Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Thaddeus Young. Outside, Porter. No good on the triple. And Thompson gets it to go.
Yeah, I think the activity level that Tristan Thompson plays with on missed shots is something every NBA player can learn from.
And that was an incredible year back in 2016. Of course, Draymond Green in that series suspended for Game 5. Doris changing the momentum.
Amazing to think, Kevin, how quickly things can shift and change in the NBA. Credit the Cavaliers. They made the bigger shots, and they had the best player on the floor in LeBron James. That was a season to remember.
And Porter, here we go. And finished off by Porter.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Clearly a foul.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of the night. Chicago making some changes. Wendell Carter comes in for Luke Cornett. And it's Markkanen in for Dunn. And there's the foul. It'll go on Denzel Valentine. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bulls making a change here. White's checked in. A switch here also for Cleveland. Drummond's checked in. Markkanen against Nance. And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got 4 this quarter.
It always helps to have a big who is willing to find open teammates. Larry Nance proving how unselfish he can be.
Banked in off the glass.
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Cleveland. 17 seconds left here in the third quarter. Windler with the bucket.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Now here's Satoransky. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Here's Windler. The three-pointer no good. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've set the tone. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Markkanen and Carter are up front. Satoransky there with White. And it's Hutchinson in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Nance. And he banks in the layup. Yours, what's the best combination of inside-outside basketball you see offensively now?
Well, 2 guys really come to mind immediately for me. It's Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis, because both men can face up and knock down shots in a legitimate enough fashion that you've got to get out and contest those guys. But the other side of this is they can play in the post and be a legitimate back-to-the-basket force who you've got to guard with more than one guy. I mean, how exciting, Kevin, are Joel and AD to watch play?
They're thrilling. I would agree. Drummond working against Carter. Clock at 6. Here's Nance. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shot. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Bulls trail by 10. Back to Markkanen. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Andre Drummond picks one up.
And Markkanen is skilled at drawing fouls once he establishes position. Uses that height to get the defense to commit.
Porter's checked in for Chicago. Zach LaVine comes in for Satoransky. Here's Love, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Cavaliers lead by 10.
Well, you like to see Kevin Love operate from there. Yes, he can shoot the 3, but he's also a dangerous interior scorer.
Here's White. Sweet little floater.
Oh, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Garland the pass to Sexton. Banked in off the glass.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's White. No good off the back of the rim.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That's his third foul of the game. Now, here's Garland. Guarded by Levine. Garland, no good. Bulls trail by 10. And then Levine with the jam.
Well, you can tell when Zach Levine gets in a little bit of a rhythm, he stays aggressive. Nice job tonight.
Now, here's Garland. Guarded by Levine. Garland with the bucket.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Sexton kicks to Love. He gets it in there.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Bulls. It's a 10-point game. Right the pass to Porter. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, not too slim to mix it up inside. Nice work by Porter.
Sexton with it. White on it. Garland the pass to Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Levine. Now, here's Garland. He's guarded closely. 1:09 left to play here in the fourth. Carter pulls it in. The Bulls have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. White with it. Garland picks him up. Outside, Porter. 6 on the shot clock. And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut down now to just 6 on the basket from White. Passes to Osman. Cleveland moving the ball around. Markkanen against Love. Pass to Sexton. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from the wing. Garland, no good. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
Well, Greg, you've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
It's Porter outside. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
You love to see guys rise to the occasion, and Porter delivers with a big-time bucket.
Here's Garland. And there's the pass to Osman. Sinks the three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Darius Garland.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant.
And so it's Cleveland